There's no God but nature, and Einstein, Darwin, and Sagan are its modern-day prophets. I'm quoting this from Rabbi Berry's book, Cosmic Judaism. He said that we need to be filled with awe and wonder, radical amazement, reason, and environmental stewardship. The earth is our mother. We must take care of her. Rabbi Berry spoke of the oil oligarchy, those people who seek to rape the earth for greed and profit, and destroying the earth in their wake. Rabbi Berry would often say, there is no planet B. I call up Daniel Silver, Rabbi Berry's brother, to tell us more.
Thank you very much. Hail to the man who went through life always helping others, knowing no fear, and to whom aggressiveness and resentment are alien. Such is the stuff of which the great moral leaders are made. That was a quote by Albert Einstein. I want to thank Sharon for organizing this event and Carol Garrett for keeping Barry's vision alive. In reality, they are keeping my father, Rabbi Sam Silver's mission alive, because Barry was a clone of my father. He was just like him. You know, I have a lot of jobs. I teach science at Hillel. I asked the class, I said, do you know what a clone is? A girl said, yes, it's perfume for men. True story. I used to be a member of a Jewish biker gang. It was called Hillel's Angels. I rode a yarmulke. That's not a true story. But anyways, so today we are celebrating Sam Silver's greatest legacy, the creation of a person who would not only carry on, but enhance his spiritual message. Now, Barry only lived to be 67, but in that short lifespan, he was able to accomplish more than most of us could if we had 10 lifespans. He showed through his actions that we all have the power to move mountains. When I think of all of his triumphs and victories, it makes me think of Dayenu, which we recite during Passover. If Barry had only done one of these things, that would have been enough to call him a hero. So I'm going to read all the things that Barry did, and I've only got 4 minutes, so I'm going to go real quick, because in our family we did Dayenu quickly. My dad always had to do it. If God led us through the land of Egypt for 40 years and not given us manna, Dayenu. If God would give us manna, not part of the Red Sea, Dayenu. That's how we did it. So I'm going to do it real fast, and when I go like this, everybody say Dayenu. Okay? All right, here we go. All right, let's see if I can get this. Okay. Got to do this quick now. Served in the Florida State House of Representatives for 2 years. Dayenu. Nominated by Sierra Club, the most effective legislator on environmental issues. Dayenu. As a teenager, founded Concern, Committee of Nutmeg Citizens engaged in recycling newspapers. Dayenu. Being multilingual, allowed him to perform hours of community service for the Haitian community. Dayenu. Named Feminist of the Year by the National Organization of Women. Dayenu. September 12th was named Rabbi Barry Silver Day by the County Commission of Palm Beach County. Dayenu. Served as basketball coach for Brandon's team. Awarded the Golden Hollow to the player who demonstrated the most teamwork. Dayenu. Was on TV numerous times with Katie Fang of MSNBC, Hannity and Combs on Fox News, and the Phil Donahue shows, and countless others. Dayenu. Championed the Temple of Understanding, which builds bridges among the many religions. Dayenu. Sued Operation Rescue and got an injunction that prevented them from blocking abortion clinics. Dayenu. Sued the state of Florida for the Choose Life license plate, arguing that states shouldn't endorse one religion. Dayenu successfully defended the right of a hot dog vendor to wear a thong bikini. Dayenu represented a veteran who wasn't allowed to fly the American flag on his own property. Dayenu wrote amazing song parodies about topics ranging from healthcare to gun control. Dayenu. In 2007, the county, West Palm Beach County banned feeding homeless people. Silver sued the city representing the nonprofit Food Not Bombs. The city repealed the law and settled with Silver. Dayenu. More recently, Silver filed suit against the state of Florida over abortion restrictions, put book banning front and center for proposing that the state officials are bent on pulling certain material from Bibles. The Bible should also be pulled from high school shelves. Dayenu. Save the ag reserve for future generations. Dayenu. Sued the police department due to the senseless and needless shooting of a dog. That's right, Dayenu. That's right, Barry not only looked out for the underdog, he also looked out for dogs. That's right. Barry loved dogs. His great empathy for all life compelled him to become a vegetarian, because he never wanted to cause harm to any animal, whether it lives on the land or sea. Barry is a man of principles and would never compromise or sell out, even if it hurt him personally. He lost re-election in '98, and I'm quoting here, he couldn't get re-elected because he wouldn't take money. Even his own party said, you got to take money. He said no, because then they'll tell me what to do. He stood by his ground. He showed that changing the world for the better is what gives life meaning. Barry was a mensch like our father, Sam, and would never say no if someone asked him for help. Besides the big accomplishments, it was the little things he did that were so great. Such a dedicated parent to Ari and Brandon, and he taught them Spanish through osmosis. Like my father, Barry had a robust sense of humor. Here's another quote. This is one of my quotes. Laughter heals. Sometimes an anecdote can be an antidote. Barry carried on my father's legacy, and now Carol Garrett is keeping Barry's eternal flame burning. He had an amazing brain, and he used his prodigious powers to brighten and enlighten people's lives. I would drive him to a wedding, and during the 20-minute ride on the way to the wedding, he would compose a personalized song for the wedding couple. He did it like really quick. I'm a decent writer, but it takes me days or even weeks to write just a short joke or quip. He was amazing. I'm going to read a couple lines from a few poems, and then I'll be all done. All right. First line is from the poem I wrote about my father, Rabbi Sam Silver. Each day he sets out on a tour to put a smile on someone's face, and by day's end, you can be sure he's made the world a better place. Planting seminal sermons in fertile minds, with showering love he cleanses and nourishes. His brilliance and warmth sparkles and shines. Illuminating ignorance, sweet fellowship flourishes. He shares his wisdom for avoiding strife. Like one mishpacha, all men are brothers. His formula for a happy life is to get a charge out of helping others. Dad plus mom, an unequaled collaboration. Mom blended the choralists like an emulsifier. While Dad stirred and spurred the congregation, Mom was busy preaching to the choir. Mom had a busy, it was hard for Mom, raising 5 hungry boys. In the kitchen, she cut so many corners, even her Hamantaschen were round. This is also about my mom, from the poem about my mom. Never negative, ever the optometrist. Mellifluent melodies is her medicine, helping others to see the top of their list. She's lit up more lives than Thomas Edison. And now finally about Barry, a few lines from Barry's poem. As a vegetarian, he harms no living creatures and protects those species endangered to perish. Barry's never been one to sit on the bleachers, spreading his message that all life be cherished. Stepping up to the plate for those in need, leveling the field is Barry's assignment. He takes a swing at corruption and greed while going to bat for the environment. Barry's sermon offers ripe food for talking as he dices the Hebrew into bite-sized pieces. A sprinkle of Sagan, a dash of Hawking. Stirred to action, Jewish mitzvot increases. To developers who proclaim God in their heart can carve up the land like it's a pizza. Barry asks if a lover of art would paint a mustache on the Mona Lisa. And in conclusion, Mark Twain, another quote, he said the sign of a good man is if he has a dog that loves him. Well, I would add another good sign of a good man is if he loves a dog. And I know that Barry loved Nudnik, and he also loved Cindy, our dog that we have when we were growing up. Hebrew is read right to left, so dog becomes God. So I want to say that I know that God loves Barry, and Barry loved all of God's creations. Thank you very much.
So we have a couple of songs of Rabbi Barry's that I wrote the lyrics to. Cantor Jennifer couldn't be here. She's been dealing with her mom who was in a bad accident, and she's in the hospital with her grandson. So we can pray for Cantor Worthy. And Marshall Worthy. There comes a time when we're heating up the world and the